What is up, guys? It is Kevin with Optimize Essentials, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the truth about personal training and why I decided to quit my job as a personal trainer at one of the big box gyms. I've been at multiple gyms, so I kind of sort of have an idea of how things work out, but in today's video, I'm going to share kind of two perspectives or kind of two truths that I personally have in terms of personal training. Obviously, it's my own truth and it's not the truth or the truest truth. For you guys who are religious or very on point about what truth means, it's my truth, all right? Get over it. So the two sides I'm gonna be talking about is the personal trainer side and the client side, all right? So as a personal trainer, why did I quit? And then what do I recommend for clients or people who are watching this because they want to have an insight about how personal trainers feel about personal training or what they think clients should or shouldn't do, right? So let's get right into it. The personal trainer side, why I decided to quit. I'm going to list out all the cons and then all the pros. All the cons, first things first, the main reasons why I decided to quit is poor pay and poor hours, all right? So depending on where you work, the pay of the personal trainer can start off at a very minimum, like maybe minimum wage or something that's like below $20 an hour. You start off at something basic and then you basically make more depending on how many clients you train, how many personal training packages you sell. And personally, for me at least, I worked at a gym where my clients were handed to me, so I didn't really have to worry too much about that. But there were some locations where I worked where I had to find my own clients. And in those situations, in those cases, finding clients or finding personal or people where you're trying to sell them on a package, that was a little bit difficult because that wasn't something I enjoyed doing. I didn't really like pushing people to make a sale, even though I knew it was something that'd be good for them, that I'd be able to provide them a good service. That just wasn't my style. So in terms of the pay, I wasn't really able to make a lot of money trying to get people to sign up because you have to go find them either through the phone or you have to find them on the floor pulling, and all of that was just very awkward, uncomfortable for me. Wasn't something I just was naturally inclined to do. So because of that, when I did work at a training job where they required me to make my own sales, the pay wasn't that good because I didn't make too many sales. And then the hours weren't good because I didn't make enough clients or didn't find enough clients to fulfill that, all right? So that's something you want to keep in mind if you're a personal trainer trying to get into personal training. If you're working at a job where they're requiring you to look for clients, it's not easy, all right? Unless you're naturally gifted or inclined to talk to people and kind of build rapport and can get sales really easily, personal training is not going to be fun. You should be a salesperson instead, right? And the hours, some people get good hours, some people don't get good hours depending on where you work. The gyms where I was given clients, and it was a really busy gym, the hours weren't that bad. But if you work at a gym where it's kind of low traffic and you have to find clients, or the clients, even when they're given to you, you'll have spotty schedules, right? You might have a client at 2 o'clock and you might have another client at 5 o'clock and then another client like 9 o'clock. It's really chunky with your schedule. So you have to be smart to kind of put them all clustered up into a group. But those are the two main reasons why I decided to quit, was because the pay was whack, right? The pay was literally garbage. It's bad pay, especially if they find your own clients. Some people, if they're working at high-class gyms where they're getting paid $20, $30, $40 per session, props to them. At least most of the gyms that I work at, the pay sucks and the hours are not so good unless you work there for long enough and you build your portfolio, you build your clients. For the most part, those two are the most lacking. And then the biggest reasons why I decided to quit also is no more growth, right? I hit a ceiling. I've been doing personal training for 3 years, and it came to a point in my life where I was just like, there's no more room to grow. I capped out on how well I can teach my clients, if that makes sense, because the way the structure and the system was set up at the gyms that I worked at, they were 25-minute sessions, right? There's only so much I could do for my clients in 25 minutes, and they expect you to assign homework, they expect you to give them a workout plan, and they expect you to do a nutrition and whatnot, but you have to understand, in 25 minutes, you can only do so much, and I can only teach my clients so much, if that makes sense. I can only give them so many workouts to do within that time frame. Now, in order for me to go beyond that, I have to go out of my way and text my clients, or I have to write them a workout plan, a nutrition plan outside of the times that I normally work in order for them to kind of make that type of progress, right? It's hard to give them a nutrition plan or a workout plan when you don't have enough time, because when I did work at a gym where the clients were handed to me, the clients were back to back to back. And 25 minutes, it's not nothing. I normally give my clients 30 minutes because I like to hook them up, but I literally have clients back to back to back to back. So how would I have time to write them out a workout plan or talk to them about nutrition when I don't even have enough time to do that, right? And when I do put forth effort, or when clients do ask for a workout plan or nutrition plan, guess what happens? They're non-compliant. They don't do it. They're wasting my time. So basically, some clients are like, oh, what do I do for homework? I mean, there are some cases where clients actually do their homework, which I'll talk about later about 80-20. But most of the clients that take advantage of the workout plans or the nutrition plans, they don't even do it, right? That's another thing. It's dependency. The only times they work out is the times they train with me. And when that happens, it's no bueno, right? They're coming in once or twice a week and they're not doing their homework. One, partially because I didn't assign it to them, but also because I knew even if I gave them homework, most of them wouldn't do it, right? And that's the 80-20 that I'm gonna be talking about. 80% of them don't do what they're supposed to do, or they don't work out outside of working with us. They don't take what they've learned. They don't take what their goal was of joining personal training. They don't take that and they don't do it outside of personal training. They only train when they're training with their trainer. And that doesn't do anything, right? 20% of the people who are on top of it, they do ask for homework. They do and practice what we show them, and they get the results. But the main question that I wanted to ask in terms of why do these people get results, or why do some people don't get results, or why some training clients do get results and don't get results, is because of one thing: their desire and their willingness to get the result. If someone is committed enough, if they want something bad enough, they will figure out how to get the result, right? They won't just rely on the personal trainer to get them results. They'll go the extra mile. They'll make sure to bug their personal trainer. They'll make sure they will do whatever it takes to get what they're asking for, what they're looking for. And most of the people who get training, because they're dependent on the trainer, they don't get results because they're relying on the trainer to do this and that for them, and then they don't follow up in terms of their lifestyle, what they eat, what they put in their bodies, and they just don't get results, all right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. So for the pros side, what's good about personal training is the experience. You know, it taught me how to be a trainer. It taught me how to learn about posture and whatnot and all that good stuff. And yeah. And then for the client side, pretty much what I have to say for clients is don't waste your money, right? The only exceptions to this is if you have a good trainer or if you have a lot of money to spend, right? Most of the time, training costs about a few $100 a month. Most people are broke. They don't have that budget. And most of the personal trainer sales people, they will try their best to sell you into personal training because they want some of that cash money. But most of the times, the cons, the personal trainers themselves, most of the trainers I've seen at least, they're not that good, guys. They don't teach you how to do good, like perfect good form. And if you can't perform it with good form, they don't know how to teach you how to do it with good form. Does that make sense? So one, they don't teach good form, and even if they try teaching good form, most of them are incapable of teaching good form, if that makes sense. And because of that, they'll set yourself up for injury, a lot of that issues. Another con is they give cookie cutter workouts. I know because I did it all the time. I've seen other people do it all the time. There's nothing exactly wrong with cookie cutter workouts as long as you're doing them correctly, because a workout is a workout. It's effective for certain people. Yes, some people need different types of exercises depending on their body, but for the most part, the people at the personal training, they're the average population. They're the basic people, right? So they get a basic workout. I give them basic workouts because I don't want them to be injured. I don't want them to suffer unnecessary musculoskeletal pain or tension because they have bad posture, bad form. They don't know how to do exercises because they're relying on the personal trainer. But yes, the cookie cutters. You want someone who can take the time and devote their kind of training to examining your body, figuring out what to give your body, right? Now, obviously within the cookie cutter, I do manipulate it based on the client that I get. So it's like I don't exactly do the same workout for everyone, but I look at their body and okay, if they're too rounded forward or they're flexed all the time or they're stuck in certain positions, I will prescribe different exercises. But the exercises don't change too much. Why? Because it takes too much effort and time to reinvent a new exercise or give them something where you only are limited 25 to 30 minutes. So if I know something can give them a good workout and I know that's what their body needs, I'm gonna give them a workout that I've given other people. So it's not that it's being lazy or wrong, it's being efficient and effective with your time. Because what I've learned in personal training is I distill the basic core workouts, the basic core movements that my clients needed, and I built them into the program, right? Or built them into the workout routine so that they get a good workout and they're doing it with good form and they're not destroying their body. Because another con of personal training is a lot of people give high intensity training, right? A lot of trainers give high intensity interval training to their clients just so they can give them a good workout. But this is so bad. This is so damaging for the client. If they're undertrained, if they have certain muscle weaknesses like their glute or their core isn't working and the trainer doesn't know how to train them, or they're just training them to death, right? Anyone could tell them to do 500 push-ups, 500 squats, 500 jumping jacks, obviously not that much, but you get the point. I knew a trainer who all he would do was put these people, whether they're young, old, or like bad posture, through these insane workouts of like burpees, jumping jacks, like jump squats, and like bad form deadlifts, and it was just horrifying. And geez, man, like people are paying to get in shape, not to be injured, right? So that's another thing. If your trainer is putting you through like very intense workouts and they're not teaching you how to do it in good form, that's a bad trainer. You should find a new one. You're wasting your money and you're setting yourself up for injury, all right? The only pro that I would see with personal training is someone to hold your hand, someone to guide you through the steps, the exercises, potentially what to do. But that's only if they're a good trainer and only if you have a lot of money to spare, because personal training can get expensive. It's a luxury and most of the trainers aren't good enough. So guys, you're better off using YouTube. And you're like, oh, what if I don't know if I'm doing my form correctly? Make sure you check out, use the mirror, right? Check people out who know what they're doing, who have the result that you're looking for, and they obviously know how to teach, and they obviously know how to do the exercises correctly, and they can explain it in a way that you understand, and then just mimic their form. It's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. So guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to share about the truth about personal training and why I decided to quit. And yeah, that's it. Have a wonderful day.